Hello, my name's Mark. Welcome to Living La Dolce Vita. Well, good morning everybody. Well, it may actually be midday by now. Anyway, welcome to the channel, Living La Dolce Vita. As always, please click the like and subscribe, and a very warm welcome to some of my most recent subscribers. Many thanks for subscribing. You know, it does mean a lot. Right, today's project. So I've got some sweet corn to put in. Now then, I won't lie to you, I did buy these and I bought a few other plants as well, which I'll bring up to speed of later in the back garden, etc. Anyway, main reason again this year I'm buying plants is because I just haven't had the time to be able to set up a means of growing my own plants at home at the moment, i.e. a greenhouse, etc. I'm still hanging on to see if I can find a second-hand one, so which means then I can do a certain amount in the ground, of course, but up here's leeks, and over there's leeks as well, and at home there's some few plants which I'll show you later. But anyway, so I'm digressing a bit. So I pre-dug these holes reasonable depth and I filled them with water, so I'm letting the water drain in to pre-soak the hole. Then I've that's my homemade compost, which I think you'll agree is very good. I have sieved it, that's why it's looking so clean. There's the odd bit of twig, but mostly so. I'm going to fill up these holes with this, plant the sweet corn in. So I've got 13 plants, so 6 in there and then 7 in this next bed. So, because they like to be in blocks apparently for cross-pollination. Not sure what the variety is, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. But so haven't got much battery left on this camera, so I'm just going to I'll show you planting one of them, which will be fairly obvious anyway, and then I'll show you the end result, and then I need to have a quick chat about the future of the plot and what's going on, etc. Anyway, so see you in a bit. Bye for now. Right, I'm only doing this because they were quite close together in the pot, so I don't want to damage the roots too much. There we are. Doing that. I must admit, if I was growing my own plants from seed, I would put one seed per little pot. Now they won't always come, of course, I know, but it's not wasting that much potting compost. But then that means if they do come, I can just put the whole plant in without having to worry about separating them out. Right, put a bit more water. Sadly, I haven't got time-lapse video on this particular camera. Oh, there's a worm going there, it's wormy. Right, so I'll just do this for the rest of the plants and then I'll show you the end result. I'll see you in a bit. Bye for now. Well, hello everybody and welcome back. So before I'm taking a little breather while the water in the holes that I've dug for the sweet corn goes down. So while I'm waiting for that, I might as well do a bit of update on the plot and something I've come to a decision on. Don't worry, hold on to your hats. So yes, I've come to a decision as regards to the plot. Now before you start panicking, I'm not giving it up, at least not the top section behind me. So turn the camera around a minute. So at the end of this year, once I've had all the crops out of this patch, etc., I'm going to give this bottom section up, and I've spoken to the chap who wants to take it on. Seems very keen. Yes, I think, to be honest, I mean, it's not that I couldn't do it, it's just that I want to do other things in my life, of course. One of them being a bit more travelling, and of course now is the time of year, certainly in Britain, when you want to be doing the travelling, because obviously better weather. And for that reason, I want to give this bottom section up to give me a bit more time for me to play with. So yes, it'll be a bit sad, because obviously, you know, it means I'm going to have to give up certain things, like the apple tree and the pear tree and the fruit bushes and the pear tree there and the raspberries. Now then, but there may be a way around that. But before I just have a chat about that, as you can see now, the green manure is coming along lovely. 3 stages. I was going to plant up the next stage, but seeing as this guy is going to take it over, I'm not going to bother. No point in wasting the seed, because I'm not going to get the advantage of it. So yes. So what I've been busily doing is trying to work out how I can fit all of this in the top plot, which I'll come to shortly. Anyway, I'll just divert slightly off to my compost heap, so you can see that it's way up in the red in this compost heap. It's a bit too hot really, but I'm not worried too much. Any weed seeds in there will certainly get killed. What's that? about 60 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Well, there we are. 20 is 70, isn't it? Around about there. Well, it's got to be hundreds of degrees. I'll see if I can work it out, and I'll put on the bottom of the film later. Anyway, so I've been sieving up my compost. So this is all the sieved compost now. Looking very nice in there, and nice and friable. There's some more compost in there which hasn't been sieved, which I will do over time. I'm trying to dry it out a bit, make it easier for the to go through the sieve. There goes my phone. Right, so anyway, let's go back to up here. So I've got to try and work out a way of mainly the potatoes really, to fit them into the top plot. So I think I've planted some green manure in here, similar to down there, so hopefully it'll come up. So up to here, or as near as damn it, I may be able to get certainly 2 rows of potatoes in here. Might be able to get 3, because the long-term plan is to move these blue barrels now and move them, put 1 barrel in between the beds, so one barrel will serve 2 beds in theory. In practice, it may not happen, but position wise they're going to be dotted along the path up here, and then but it'll be the same principle. That top blue one will overflow into the next one, and so on and so on, all the way down the line. So I should get 3 with this bit of extra ground here. I should get 3 rows of spuds in there. In this patch, obviously this is what's going to look like eventually with the apple tree growing across. So that'll be, I'm not quite sure what I could grow underneath there. Probably on this leeks, I could grow leeks in there, because eventually come the autumn the apple tree will have got rid of its leaves and it'll be more open to the sunlight. Yeah, and then I can plant something under here as well, maybe, I don't know, dwarf French beans, anything that's low to the ground. And then I've got obviously various beds now coming along for whatever crop. Asparagus, no, sorry, the strawberries, these will be transplanted at the end of this year into a bed of some description. Haven't quite worked out where that's going yet, because it all depends on all the brassicas that I'm intending to plant. Now then, as you know, I've got 2 asparagus beds here. Now this one on the right is the slightly better one, and I have got space to put extra crowns in there. So what I'm thinking of doing at the end of the year, when all this is dormant, I'm going to dig up some of these crowns and move them across to fill the spaces, which will use up most, if not all, of these. If I've got a couple left over, I'm going to move them over to the back garden at the house. That'll leave me then with another, at least 1 or maybe 2 beds for other plantings. Runner beans will be here permanently. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with the top bit yet. I may extend this, I don't know. So then these 2 beds will always be for the onions and shallots. So I'll see how the shallots work this year, because I may just grow grow white onions, but grow red ones as well, and I use them to pickle rather than just pickled onions. Should work. Again, this will be for broad beans every year, but also I'm planning to plant my Brussels sprouts and purple sprouting in between here. Garlic will always be in that patch as well, and of course in between time I'll be planting green manures and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that I'll have enough space up here to cope with veg that I intend to grow, but time will tell. So I'm just waiting for this water to drop down so I can get on with planting the rest of the sweet corn. Yeah, that's the general plan. Now whether I'll have space to move raspberries up here and other fruit bushes, I don't know yet, because obviously at the end of the runner bean there's potential for 3 fruit bushes, space there, so I could do that. Yeah, anyway, we'll see. Now this shed will be moving eventually, apparently, and then I'm hoping to move my shed from down the bottom into that corner, and also I'll have space then for 2 IBC totes, I'm hoping, which are 1,000 litres each. So yeah, I'm hoping with these containers as well, I'm hoping to increase my water containment. And then once it's all up and running, in theory, should be easy. Oh dear. So I'm gonna have a little bit of eat a bit of broad bean tops. These are really nice, fresh. Anyway, so that, yeah. So that's the news. Oh no, yeah. Also, I have to move the compost containers at the top as well. So I have to make space for those. A lot of work, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. As I say, once everything's planted and there's not going to be much weed growing. So if I want to go off for a fortnight, I can. Somewhere or other, camping, cycling, whatever. So I'll bring you up to speed later on with the back garden as well. And this will all be in one film, I would imagine. So I'm wondering how much longer it'll be before I can start digging my first earlies. When what do we know? May. So yes, it's going to be. I'm going to be in France in around about the 9th or 10th of June. So I have to rely on my son to keep an eye on things. Hopefully I'll have some film of that. So I'll be hopefully flying down to France in the microlight. I'm hoping to. The tricky bit will be to try and charge up the cameras as I'm going. There we are. I'll sort that out in some shape or form. Right, I'll do for now, and okie doke. All in. And netted against the birds, hopefully. I think the slug's not going to be very active in this hot weather, so we'll take a chance with that lad. Let's see. There we are. Right. Right, that'll do for now. Back to the house. Well, okay everybody, so we're back from the plot. So I'll just give a quick update at the back of the house. So all these are, well, hopefully will be beetroot. I've got some Brussels sprouts, and what else we got here? Butternut squash, some sweet corn coming up. Now, I did plant some parsnips, but I don't think they're going to come. Mind you, they were old seeds, so. Courgette, no sign of the green ones, but the yellow ones are coming up though. And again, I think these are sweet corn. So I put some parsley and some chives and a curry plant in, and as you can see, this asparagus crown is really going to town here. So I'm going to leave it at least another year, maybe even 2 years yet before I start cropping off that. I'm in no rush because I've got plenty over the allotment, of course. But what else have we got here? Various brassicas and stuff coming up. Some more sweet corn coming up, and I've gone and bought some parsnips. So I'm going to try them in the back garden here. And obviously my broad beans, which I'm cutting down as I need the space. But yeah. So I've been eating the tops already, nicely steamed. There they are. So that's about it. That'll hopefully finish off this film for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.